David, huge congratulations. What satisfied you most from that 2-0 victory?
I think the biggest thing was responding from Tuesday night. You know, the lads knew I was disappointed, and there was, you know, to not have a chance to go into Wembley. I think I expressed it on Thursday, but we flushed it and made sure that we got our work done Thursday, Friday, and I think the commitment to the work Thursday, Friday, I think that's the thing that we've put in place, we've put in practice, and you know, CJ and Tyler Walker's movement, I just thought destroyed them at times. They were outstanding. You know, good counter movement. One come short, one spun long, but the boys, they found them, and we made massive impact to almost you know, to get that split and create that split in their team. And when we did, then we was a real dominant force. I thought we used the ball brilliantly. Listen, a clean sheet, you know, and we can talk about form and talk about you know, where we are in the league and where Notts are in the league. You know, but a new manager going in and having that time to work on them, and having that, you know, I read Neil's press before the game. You know, you can make yourself a hero tonight if you get it right. So there was always kind of a lift and a kick. But listen, this is my first Notts County derby here, and our fans, wow, they were rocking. This place were rock. I could feel it on my back, man. My shoulders were going. Do you know what I mean? And I love the CJ Hamilton song. It was just rocking. I can't tell you how, when you feel that force. And I think their players did. You know, 1-0 down and then 2-0 down. It was important getting the second goal, Steve-O, because that settled everyone down. You know, I've been in this stadium when it has been nervous, and we've done a 1-0. You know, but the clean sheet. Bobby come off the pitch, you know, after the game and said, "Gaffer, another clean sheet." You know, we're flying. And listen, when I come into the building 6-7 months ago, CJ weren't in a team, Mal Benning weren't in a team. So when you see them players perform to that level, it's like being a proud dad. You know what I mean? Because you work with them, you forgive them, you make them better, you apologise to them. You know, that's my style of management. Some people might not get it, but that's the style of management that I've got. I'm very forgiving. I am as a dad, but these players need protecting. You know, when they don't get it right. This group of players are that honest. They don't get it wrong on purpose. They make honest, genuine mistakes, and but when they get it right, I think they're fantastic.
How good were the goals?
You know, it causes that many problems. What it is now with CJ, you don't know which way he's going to go. You know, so as a defender, it's your worst nightmare, that unpredictability, because you can't really show him. Because now, if you show him onto his right foot, he'll use it, he'll drag you, and he'll get a shot off with his right foot. And if you overshow him on his left foot, then he'll use his left foot. So, and listen, we've hit the post a couple of times, we've hit the bar. White is unlucky with that one. You know, so this has been a fantastic performance, honestly. And would I like to go on 3 and 4? Yeah, I think the supporters would. But you know, let's not be greedy. Let's celebrate. You know what has happened here. Listen, the supporters who sit behind me and they're having a go at the team for staff, you know, and having a go at some of their attitude. These boys' attitude is phenomenal. It has been all season, you know. And when I look tonight at that one defeat in the league, then we've got to be really measured in our you know, in our praise for the players, but then know that next week there's a real job to do, because you know, with a fantastic victory and a feel-good factor, you've got to back that up, and you've got to keep backing that up. So really chuffed for the players and the supporters today. It was a day. It's a day for them. Derby Day is always about the supporters.
It was in the second half, I'm sure you'll agree, when you really turned the Jets on. What did you say at half time?
Don't stop, keep hurting them. Keep being brave and getting big angles. You know, again, sometimes you get it where on a derby day in a big game, people stop making angles, support angles for each other. But there was none of that. You know, Pearcey was brave, got on the ball, even when he was, you know, tightly marked. Sweeney did. Mal Benning was brilliant, and you know, he hurt him with his passing, he hurt him with his movement. I thought he was outstanding. Aidan White, you know, that we're probing, you know, down each side of the pitch, really probing. Midfield, General, Imbish, and you know, Mells and Timmy. So it was a real team performance, Steve. It really was. And you know, I've only got as someone who you know, loves working with a group of players and loves improving them. we did a session Thursday, Friday, and we did it in the classroom, and we got out there, and what Tyler and CJ's produced together today, you know, I certainly won't underestimate it, because they took it on board, and it's great taking it on board Monday to Friday, but the real test is doing it in a game, and they have done, and I'm buzzing on that, you know.
Because you've beaten your local rivals, because you've gone into the top 3 temporarily before the 3 p.m. kickoffs, and because it was in front of the biggest home attendance of the season thus far, was this the most significant victory of the season to date?
Possibly in my tenure, yeah. Possibly in, you know, in the 8 months I've had here, you know, in what's around the corner, getting into the new training ground, and keep adding value to the players, which is important to me. Keep having the young, energetic, youthful players round us is key. I picked a team full of energy. I picked a team, you know, full of running and wanting to run for each other. But that was backed up from, you know, lads who weren't on the bench today. It was a difficult phone call, you know, I made to Callum Butcher last night, you know, to tell him that, you know, he wasn't in the squad today. But before the game, half time after the game, Aim and Macca and Murph was all in the dressing room, you know, wishing the lads on and wishing them to do well. So you know, there's a cohesion here, and yeah, it's not. The game's the game. What satisfies me is watching people get better, and whether that's staff or players, because you've got to have a purpose, and that purpose has got to stimulate you every day. You know, there's a reason why we all come to work. There's a reason you guys come to work, and there's a reason footballers come to work. And when they're doing it, and I remind them all the time who you're doing it for, then make sure that you put that energy in every single day, and they have done, and that's what I love about working at Mansfield Town. What
does this victory, very finally, David, mean to you and the players? What's the dressing room like right now?
Wow, it's, you know, they're singing a C.J. Hamilton song. I think the players like that one. That'll be sung tonight, I reckon. They were just buzzing. I went in there. They were wild. I'll be honest with you. They were wild. KP got thrown about.
Who by?
Well, Macca's a little bull, isn't he? So he's bowled him off, and oh mate, it was brilliant. Just, you know, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that camaraderie. You want to see that togetherness. And yeah, they were rocking tonight. Them lads rocking.
Have a good night. Well done, David.
Thank you, Steve.